Chapter 6599. At this moment, in the United States, far across the ocean, Tawana's abnormal behavior has indeed attracted the attention of the winner and his staff. However, Tawana has always been the most enthusiastic Thorn who publicly sings the opposite tune. The winner does not know whether Tawana did not speak nonsense at the Tokyo concert because she really wants to change her mind, or because she had to temporarily restrain herself because of the release of the previous video. Therefore, it is too early for them to contact her now. It is better to observe her. Otherwise, once they contact her, their purpose of trying to win her over will inevitably be exposed. If the other party catches them and makes a fuss, the overall gain will outweigh the loss. After all, the outcome is now determined. A big star like Tawana no longer has much strategic significance for the winner. It is nothing more than having her to add icing on the cake. And it is harmless without her. However, if the other party catches them and makes a fuss just for the sake of adding icing on the cake, then it is naturally picking up sesame seeds and losing watermelons. Therefore, the most stable flagship is to observe and confirm that her position has indeed changed, and then contact her to complete the last step of adding icing on the cake. This is the best choice. At the same time, a private plane took off urgently from a small airport in Washington and flew to the U.S. Virgin Islands in the Caribbean. On the plane, several middle-aged and elderly white men in their 50s and 60s sat in full luxurious seats facing each other in the cabin without saying a word. The expressions of the four men were all gloomy, especially the gray-haired man in his 60s, who was full of anger. Although the plane was still in the climbing phase, he had already unbuckled his seat belt and forced himself to stand up in the upward-angled fuselage, angrily questioning what the H3LL is going on. Didn't they say they had already put everyone in the car? Why did everyone disappear? And then Tawana went back to finish the concert. The three people in front of him looked at each other nervously. And finally, a blond middle-aged man spoke up. "Chairman, the killer we sent did trick her into the car. And even the Mitsui family didn't notice it." The team leader also communicated with the person in charge of destroying the body. It is said that they wanted to take her in the car alone. But because the situation was complicated, her boyfriend and one of her bodyguards also got in the car. And then there was no news from them suddenly. We couldn't contact anyone, but Tawana showed up at the performance at the Dome on time. So we speculated that either our people were bribed by her, or they were killed. Another person said, being bribed by Tawana can be ignored. Our people know our strength best. Even if Tawana gives them more money, they will not be able to live to spend it. By then, not only will she die, but none of them will survive. The white-haired man said angrily, excluding the possibility of being bribed. There is only one possibility left, which is that the people you sent were killed by the other party. Aren't the people you sent this time top killers? And there are ninjas cooperating with them. With so many people and taking the first mover advantage, how can there be such a big problem?